story that is continuing to capture our hearts and our imaginations, the Afghanistan cricket contingent. Now, they came to India to participate in the Cricket World Cup, and with the tag of just making up the numbers. That is what was said of Netherlands and Afghanistan. Now, Afghanistan entered the World Cup on the back of a poor Asia Cup showing and talks of their batters not really able to last 50 overs. They came to India even as we all spoke about how they are a strong T20 international outfit. A lot of their players have been journeymen along T20 leagues all over the world. But they have shown us all that they really mean business. They followed up that first win against England in Delhi with another shocker against Pakistan in Chennai, begging for us to ask, is this really an upset? This is the very first time that they have beaten Pakistan, and the city stood up and applauded. The Afghani players were rejoicing, walking around the stadium. And even dancing as Rashid Khan was when he was wearing that flag and he came out. That was lauding the show that they put up. The players were in their elements, as we were saying. They were reveling, and they will cherish this moment for years to come, because it was not just the win, but also the manner in which they won, which was thorough and clinical. A performance that was reflective of sides that boast of years of experience in playing under pressure. Even though the Afghani bowlers set up the win with some inspired bowling performances, particularly from the young Noor Ahmed, it's the batters who wowed us all. Now, before this World Cup, the top 5 totals of Afghanistan against teams higher ranked than them has been the following. Now, they've made just 300-plus scores. Their best performance coming against Bangladesh earlier this year, when they made a 331-1. The remainder of the top 5 totals all came from late last year to this one. Now, if we looked at their top totals in ODI history while batting second, their best has been 276 that came against UAE. The remaining of the top 5 are all somewhere between 260 and 276, and a lot of them before the year 2020. So this win against Pakistan was their best performance with the bat in a run chase ever, and that too against a team that was pitted to have one of the best pace units in the World Cup. And the way they constructed the run chase was highly incredible. The top 4 shouldered the entire responsibility, playing mature knocks that did not veer towards flashy. They ran the singles and the twos diligently, played on the merit, and just orchestrated an MS Dhoni-esque run chase of just taking the chase deep and the match till the very end, thereby putting that added pressure on the Pakistan bowlers, who really crumbled, and their fielding too reflected that. Let's look at the players who carried out this mission flawlessly. Now, we have to speak about Rahmanullah Gurbaz. This is what his World Cup has been so far. He's scored 2 half-centuries already, and against 2 of the best sides in the world. With a strike rate of over 100, he has been one of the top batters for Afghanistan in this tournament. He's confident as an opener, and his partnership with Ibrahim Zadran, who was adjudged player of the match for his knock of 87 of 113 deliveries, was key. Gurbaz has had a few stints with IPL sides, Gujarat Titans and then Kolkata Knight Riders. Not too much to write home about, but he has been tenacious, quite a big hitter. He's agile, and in this tournament, he has taken his skills up a notch. Fondly called Johnny in the ranks because he always loves a good laugh. He's a good-natured teammate to have around. Ibrahim Zadran, also 21 years old, and what a powerhouse of talent he's proving to be. And he credited this performance to his opening partner Gurbaz, who he has batted alongside for years. They used to play a lot of cricket together in the under-16 days. So that familiarity and the sync of batting long together and building partnerships just help. And these are the men who featured in the recent run chases that I mentioned earlier. In fact, this was the 4th century stand between Gurbaz and Zadran in ODIs. The joint most by any pair for Afghanistan, equaling Hashmatullah and Rahmat Shah's record. And all 4 century stands for these two have come this year alone. That's joint most by any pair in 2023, right alongside Shubman Gill and Rohit Sharma from India. From the youngsters to the senior hands in the side, Rahmat Shah, who is 30 years old, has played 102 ODI matches for Afghanistan, which is immense. And he was key in the middle order after Gurbaz departed. It was his partnership with Zadran that really steadied the innings. He and Hashmatullah then joined hands to steer Afghanistan home. The captain has really led from the front. He scored 48 last night, but it was that crucial partnership with Rahmat that really sealed the win, and it was fitting that he got the winning runs. You see him in press conferences and he's saying the right things, like the team wants to make this tournament a memorable one for his people back home. They want to make a positive statement with the kind of cricket that they are playing. They're not happy with He even said that they were not happy with the way that their batting was shaping up. They were lacking this year. And with this World Cup, they're seeing a lot of the execution that has come with a lot of work. After the last win against England, Hashmatullah in the press conference did speak about what went right, but more about what went wrong. He said that one big drawback is losing back-to-back wickets and not arresting the slide and letting the batting slip away. They stopped that from happening in this very game against Pakistan, and that mature execution got them across the line. They all speak about the belief, whether it is the captain, his teammates, or even the coach Jonathan Trott. And for Trott himself, who stepped away from the sport while he was playing owing to mental stress and depression, what a turnaround it has been for him as coach of this side. The addition of Ajay Jadeja at the helm alongside Jonathan Trott is also key. He has always been a fighting cricketer who would give it all at every point in the match during his playing days, and you can sense that with this Afghanistan side. And the next game will be crucial because that's up against Sri Lanka. One more win here would make the points table very interesting. And it's also a team that Afghanistan has beaten a couple of times recently. The best part about this is that we're witnessing the shift in Afghanistan cricket. This is the breakthrough year for them. And it's the batters, unlike the spinners, who are shepherding that change. It's the dream of every cricketer. The ultimate glory. Few manage to keep their date with destiny. But for many, it's been heartbreaks and a cross to bear. The Holy Grail is here in India. I'm Rupa Ramani, and First Post brings you the ringside view. We bring you the Cup of Dreams. Cricket World Cup coverage like never before.